Okay, tall iced matcha green tea latte with 2 pumps of hazelnut and you said 2 pumps of mocha?
Yes.
Okay, anything else?
Alright, you guys, so as y'all could tell, hold on, it's a little hot. As y'all could tell, I already ordered my drink, so I'm going to start by telling y'all what I ordered. So this is the first one I'm gonna try. This is a honey, hold on, let me tell y'all what I wrote down and then what she didn't have to put in it. So this is a honey bear frappuccino is what it's called. It's called honey bear frappuccino, and the stuff that's really in it is syrup cream frappuccino, soy honey blend, butterscotch. I don't think they had butterscotch. Cinnamon powder, which is on top. Low-key don't think I should have got that because I don't even like cinnamon for real, but we'll see. Caramel, and they didn't have a honey topping, but that was what the people put in it. So this is the first drink I'm gonna try. And also, like I said, while I try the drinks, I'm going to answer you guys' questions about college. And actually, before I try this, because I haven't tried none of these, y'all, so y'all about to get my real and raw tasting, my real and raw food review, drink review. So first, let me say this, I haven't been doing college videos like that, so let me just give y'all the general information if you're new to my channel. If you're not new, you may, don't know some of the answers to these questions and you want to know. So I am a second semester sophomore at the Howard University. I am a film and television major with a minor in theater arts. When I applied, I had a 4.0 GPA and I had an 1190 on the SAT, which are the only scores that I submitted. I submitted 3 recommendation letters, but I think you only have to submit 2. I had a pretty good amount of activities. I think you can do up to 10 on Common App. Whatever is the max is what I did. Like, I filled out the entire thing for activities. What else? My recommendation letters, you have to have one from a counselor and a teacher, I think. And then I think my last one was from a community service person. What else do y'all usually ask? I stayed in the Harriet Tubman Quadrangle my first semester, which is an all-girls dorm, community style bathroom. I enjoyed my experience there. It wasn't bad like people make it out to be. What else do people usually ask me? Oh, what orgs am I in? I am a Howard student ambassador, and I'm also in an organization called Jewels Incorporated, which is a mentoring organization. What else do y'all be asking? I feel like that's like the general stuff that y'all ask. I didn't start out as a film and television major. I switched my major the first semester. So if you aren't too sure about your major, one, you can come in undecided and you'll be okay, or you can switch your major. So yeah, some people ask me that. You can also make your own major if you don't see your major on there, but I think that's like the general information. So yeah, let's try this before I get into the questions. I'm kind of excited because I be wanting new drinks, because my regular drink is a matcha green tea frappuccino with white mocha. Literally love that drink with whipped cream on top, and that's all I be getting. Before that, I was getting the same drink, but I was getting it iced. So I was getting a matcha green tea. I was getting iced matcha green tea with vanilla, I think, with pumps of vanilla. But yeah. Okay, y'all, I don't think I like this. It's not nasty, it just tastes like honey. Yeah, I don't really like that. The cinnamon and the whipped cream is good though. Yeah, this isn't my fave. But okay, let me start answering some of y'all's questions before I try the next drinks. But y'all can still try this. Some people might like this. If you like a sweet drink, because this is pretty sweet and it doesn't taste like coffee at all, because some people don't like the taste of coffee. You want a drink that doesn't have too much coffee in it. I feel like this is a good one. Okay, so the first question says, any advice for students who want to transfer to Howard next year? Yeah, so first I want to say, make sure that the courses that you're taking are transferable, because the worst thing that you can do to yourself is take classes and then they don't even transfer over to Howard, and now you have to retake the class. So in order to do that, you really can just look it up. Also, there are a couple requirements that you have to meet before you can even apply, So make sure that you meet all of those requirements before you apply, so it's like you're not wasting your time. I'll insert the requirements here. I don't want to speak it off dome because I might give y'all the wrong information, but I'll put it in the video. But yeah, I feel like the most important thing is to make sure those credits transfer. I will also say make sure that you're building good relationships with your counselors, because you're going to need recommendation letters. Honestly, I feel like look at it like you're applying to get into college as a senior. You know, you take it so seriously as a senior. I feel like you need to take it serious like that when you're trying to transfer to Howard. Okay, the next one says, will sophomores and other upperclassmen get to go on campus next year? I actually do not know. I'm really hopeful that we will in August. Hopefully we'll be back in August, but yeah, I don't like this, y'all. It's the honey for me. It's like too much. This is just not good at all. But yeah, hopefully we'll be back in by August, because at this point it's like we done missed like a whole year and a half of our college experience. Just so lame. But okay, the next one says, what's my favorite thing about my major? Honestly, I feel like my favorite thing about my major is just being able to do and learn more about what I'm passionate for. And I feel like everybody should feel that way when you pick a major. Like, I feel like your major should genuinely be something that you want to do in life. It should genuinely be, you know, what you're passionate about. And easily you should be excited about going to class and doing courses, because it's like, this is what I want to do. Like, this is what I want to learn more about. So for me, literally, since I'm a film major, I get happy when I'm going to class and I know we about to learn how to edit, or I know we about to learn different shot compositions, or I know we about to learn about cameras, or I know we about to learn about scripts. Like, that type of stuff excites me because that's what I'm passionate about. So I honestly feel like everybody should feel that way about their major, because it should be something you're passionate about. And I feel like you shouldn't major in something that you're not passionate about. Lastly, I would say just learning more about Black people in the film industry, Black writers, Black directors, Black producers, all of that. I also feel like that's one of my favorite things. Okay, next one. I don't want to take too long on the questions because y'all know I will talk my head off. I do not like this drink. Y'all should try it and see if y'all like it, but I don't think I can drink it no more. Like, it kind of tastes like if y'all have ever had the vanilla bean frappuccino at first, and then it's like honey just takes over all the way, and it's just not good. If you like honey, you might like this drink though. I like honey, but just not too much. Like, you be needing honey with something else. Okay, next question. What should I do if my application got deferred? So unfortunately you cannot, what is that called, appeal an application at Howard. What I would suggest is trying to transfer. Go to another school, get your GPA up, do what you have to do, and then try to transfer. But you can't appeal your application. So I mean, kind of sort of your only option is to try to transfer. Ultimately, depending on what school you go to, you can possibly save money. So I don't feel like that's necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, you can't appeal an application. Okay, I'm gonna try another one because I'm excited. So this one is a matcha lemonade. So now, the reason why I got this, it was on the Instagram. I'm gonna tell y'all the name of the Instagram too that I was on, so y'all can go, you know, check out the little Starbucks drinks they be doing. Okay, mini.starbucks.series, and it's like a whole bunch of drinks on here, so y'all can, you know, go try out new drinks. So I'm like, matcha and lemonade, I see that on here. I'm like, wonder how that tastes. So I'm about to taste this. I'm gonna answer one more question and then I'm gonna taste it. But I'm excited. I hope I like it, because so far this is, you know, not going good because I don't like the first drink. But okay, next question. What's some good things to be to secure your admission? Okay, let me drink before I answer that one. Okay, y'all, I kind of like this. If you know what matcha tastes like, you know that matcha is kind of like a weird taste, and it's like you're either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. But I kind of like this. I don't know if I would just go and get this, but it's not nasty. This is the matcha lemonade. Look how it looks. It looks so nasty, but it's not. It's okay. It's not that bad. I kind of like it. Okay, so good things to secure your admission. First, I want to say Howard has a holistic application process. So there's literally not like a set number or like a set thing to put on your application, or you know, a set thing to do that is going to ensure that you get in. Like, I know when I was applying, me and like the people I was applying with, we were worried about our GPAs not being high enough or our scores not being high enough. But like, I know people who had very high SAT scores and did not get in. So it's just like, don't compare your application to someone else's is the first thing I want to say. Like, don't do that, because you really don't know. Like, things will vary. Like, they're going to vary. So first of all, don't compare your application to someone else's. The next thing I want to say is, like I said, it's a holistic review process. Oh, that sunlight is killing me. It's a holistic review process. So that means that they're going to look at your GPA, they're going to look at your test scores, they're going to look at your essays, they're going to look at your activities, they're going to look at your recommendation letters. Like, they're going to look at every single thing and make the decision based off everything. So there's not one specific thing you can put on there and it's like, oh, boom, you get in. No. But what I would recommend is, one, the test scores definitely do matter, so you do want to try to score as high as possible. That also matters a lot, because when it comes down to scholarships, oh my god, this is blowing me. It's the sun, y'all. But when it comes down to scholarships, they're gonna really heavily be looking at your SAT scores. So your SAT and ACT scores. So definitely try to score as high as possible as you can on those scores. But on the other hand, you guys, and y'all, like, really take this in when I say this, your essays, your activities, your resumes, your recommendation letters, all of that still matters. Like, it still plays a huge role. So like I said in the beginning of the video, when we had to submit recommendation letters, I'm pretty sure you only have to send 2. I sent 3. You want to go above and beyond. Like, if you really want this, you have to show that. So you have to do the work. So for example, if they say it's optional, only put 3 activities, put more than 3 activities. And more about the activities, what I would say is, don't ever feel like what you did wasn't enough. You know, like, it could be as simple as you walking your neighbor's dogs. Put that down, because it's showing that, okay, look, oh, her GPA is high. Okay, she's getting her studies done, coming home, walking the neighbor's dog. Maybe you did a sport, also doing a sport. So that's giving time management. That's showing leadership skills. So you want to put everything down, and don't ever try to downplay what you did. No, go into detail about it. Put everything down. Literally, this is the time to brag about yourself and brag about what you do. I'm dead, because I really don't know how I feel about this. Like, I really don't know. I wonder if the lady was like, what is she ordering? And all of these drinks were $12, because I got talls, so I'm guessing they were like $4 a piece, and that's not that bad. But yeah, so don't ever, y'all, do not downplay yourself. Don't, like, just in life, don't downplay yourself or downplay what you do. What else would I say? As far as recommendation letters, ask whoever you're gonna ask in advance. Like, don't ask them the week before it, because you want them to have enough time to really go into depth and really take their time on your rec letter. Because you can have a general one, or you can have one that really speaks to your character, really speaks to how hardworking you are, really speaks to what a leader you are, really speaks to how you take initiative. Like, you want a good rec letter. That really does matter, because somebody can actually vouch for what you're doing. Also, going back to activities, don't feel bad if you don't have a lot of activities, because I see a lot of DMs about that. Like, yeah, I didn't do this much, or like, y'all, this is really freaking blowing me. Okay, here we go. I see see a lot of DMs where y'all are like, I didn't do this much or stuff like that. But what I would say about that is, one, let's say you only did soccer, you did beta club, and let's say you did an art club. But let's say you did all of these clubs the entire 4 years you were in college. So it's showing, you know, consistency. It's showing that you're really passionate about these things and you stuck it through. Let's say you did all 3 of these clubs, and the first year you were just a member. Second year you became secretary. Next year you became president. So it's showing that you leveled up while you were in there. You became more involved. You took on more roles. So it's not always about quantity, but more so about quality, and showing, you know, that you were actually active in it. Because you can be in 12 different clubs, but okay, what did you really do in there? How did you really, you know, make a change? How are you really involved? So don't always be discouraged if you feel like you don't have a lot of activities to put on there. What else would I say? Essay, because y'all be asking me questions about essay too. On your essay, you really just want to speak on how passionate you are. Why Howard? Like, why do you feel Howard will make you the best in that profession? Or why do you even feel that Howard will make you a better person? And you want to speak to the experience you have. So for me, I talked about, so I had a supplementary essay. I did 2 essays. So I can't remember which one was which, but in one of them I spoke to why Howard and why I wanted to study film at Howard. And in that essay, I remember I was just saying, one, what made me choose that major, and it was like 3 different things in my life that made me want to choose that major. So that was speaking to my passion and speaking to my experience already. And then I spoke to how Howard could make me better and what I could add to Howard also, and just how I really wanted to study with other Black students and have Black professors to teach me you know, things about the film industry. And then the other essay, I believe, was like what was it? I think it was like an accomplishment that I had, or it was something like that. But I ended up speaking about a book that I authored and how it changed my view on not just myself but on life in general. So that was showing my passion, but that also, I feel, just kind of made me seem a lot more well-rounded. But also that made me stand out because it's not a lot of people that have written a book. So really, you want to just write about, you know, how passionate you are about things, and you really just want to make sure that you are, you know, standing out. You know, like, you don't want to write the same thing that everybody else is writing. Like, be yourself. This is your time to really allow them to get to know you. Also, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this question, because I feel like I've been on this question for so long, but the last thing I'm gonna say is, if you had a mishap in high school, for example, your sophomore year you got an F in the course, okay, but let's say junior year, you know, you stepped up and you got all A's, or you got all A's and B's. In that essay, you can take a brief moment to kind of address that mishap. Like, hey, during this year I was dealing with this, but you know, I turned it around and I learned that even when you go through challenging things, you know, you have to push. I gained time management skills. I started to use an agenda, blah, 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 blah. And kind of just show that change and that progression. And I feel like your essay is really just a time for you to be vocal and speak on whatever you need to speak on, because Howard doesn't do interviews. So that's where you need to really just, you know, shine bright, be yourself. But yeah, let me go to the next question. Next, okay, let me try the last drink. So this is a iced green tea latte. Hold on, because I'll tell y'all the wrong thing. This is an iced matcha green tea latte with 2 pumps of hazelnut syrup and 2 pumps of white mocha. So kind of what I get, but it's a latte and it also has hazelnut syrup. I hate it. I don't like the hazelnut syrup in it. It's literally overpowering everything. I feel that it's good that I'm doing this because I'm learning things I don't like. I don't like honey stuff, and I do not like this hazelnut syrup. It's literally like overpowering the entire drink. That's not good. That is not good at all. Okay, here's the next question. What's one under-recognized aspect of a college that you think people should consider before committing? Ooh, that's a good question. So I guess she's saying, like, what's one thing that people don't consider before they commit to a college, but they should? I would probably say mental health and the things that colleges put in place for mental health, or just, yeah, that's probably what I would say. Because my other thing, I'm trying to speak on things that affected me the most that I didn't consider as much as I should have. And I would say weather, but I did consider that, and I feel like people do consider the weather, because it's like weather can be looked at as so simple, but it really will play a huge role on just your everyday life and how you feel. Because I know when I got up there, y'all, and it got cold, like, I did not want to go anywhere, which lessened my interactions with people because I was not trying to come out my room, and that can lead to you being, you know, a little bit sad, a little bit down. So I do feel like you should consider the weather, but I would say how the school handles mental health or just issues on campus, because you're gonna be at college. Most of the time you're gonna be at college and you're trying to find your independence, and you're trying to, you know, step into adulthood. And doing that, things are going to be challenging. You might need to sit down and reevaluate things, or you might need to go speak to a counselor. You know, you don't know exactly what's going to happen to you when you get into a new environment, and you're going to start facing different challenges. So I would say, how does the school handle mental health or other incidents on campus? What things do they have put in place? Like Howard has a counseling center. You get free counseling. So I feel like ask students about that, ask the school about that when you take a tour. But I feel like that's very unlooked, and I think you should know, like, how are they going to help you when you need help? What's in place? What are the things that are in place for that? But that's probably what I would say, because I feel like you easily can go to a school, you ask about the professors, you ask about the class size, you ask about the curriculum, you ask about the organizations, you ask about the other opportunities, you ask about the internships, but it's like you don't ask about, okay, what's put in place to... My bad, y'all, I had ran out of storage, but we good now. I'm gonna answer a couple more questions, but yeah, just to what the heck, just to go over the last one again, make sure you ask, what do they have put in place to keep you safe on campus, and what do they have put in place to ensure, you know, that you're okay, or when things are bad, like, you know, what should you do? Okay, a couple more questions. I'm gonna do like 2 more. Okay, here's a good one. It says, what grade in high school should I start scholarships? A lot of y'all ask me this, but I don't feel that there's a certain grade to start scholarships, because there are literally scholarships out for 8th graders. So if you can find one and you're in the 9th grade or you're in the 10th grade, then I say do it, try it. Like, you know, you're not gonna lose anything by doing a scholarship. I honestly say do as many as you can. So yeah, as far as like where to look, because a lot of y'all ask me that too. First, I would say look for local scholarships. A lot of my scholarship money came from local organizations. So you want to just ask people, and definitely ask your counselor, because they'll know some scholarships you can apply to. Still apply to the big scholarships, but I really would strongly suggest applying to smaller ones and local scholarships. So yeah, do that. Okay, I'm gonna do one more question, y'all. Okay, I kind of feel like all of these questions are kind of like the same, but just worded differently. So I'm gonna just end the video by giving y'all some advice. A lot of y'all asked about housing. For freshmen, you guys, there are 2 housing options for girls, and there are 2 housing options for boys. One of the girl options and one of the boy options are communal style. The Harriet Tubman Quadrangle is communal style, and the Charles R. Drew dorm for males is communal style. They also have Cook Hall, which is traditionally a all boys dorm. That is suite style, meaning you share a bathroom with your roommate. And then we also have College Hall North, which is an all-girls dorm and it's suite style. You share a bathroom with your roommate. I stayed in the Harriet Tubman Quadrangle. I stayed in Truth Hall, to be more specific. A lot of people worry about the bathrooms because you share them, but I literally didn't have any problems with that. Like, that was probably the least of my problems, was the bathrooms. The bathrooms would be cleaned twice a day, and it would be so many times where I would go in there and no one would be in there because there are 2 bathrooms on the hall. So yeah, I feel that, one, if you want to save money, I would say stay there. Also, they renovated it, so it's going to be super nice for you guys. So I feel like wherever you choose to stay, I don't think you should let the bathrooms make the determining decision. Like, that's such a small thing. I don't think that should be the determining factor, but it's up to y'all. But yeah, I did stay in Harriet Tubman Quadrangle. But okay, I'm about to finish the video off and I'm gonna just give y'all some advice, because a lot of y'all were asking for freshman advice. So the first thing I would say is to be open. I feel like you have to really be open to the transition from high school to college, from living with your parents to being on campus, from being in one state to being in another state. Like, it's gonna be so many things that you have to adjust to, and I feel like it's really important for you to be open to those differences. Y'all thought it was about to hit me, but I feel like you really have to be open to those differences, because if not, then you can kind of shut down, or you can close off opportunities that could be really good for you. So first, I would say be open. The next thing I would say is be active. I feel like your experience is strongly influenced by how active you are on campus, because if you're not doing anything, if you're not going to events, if you're not involved in any organizations or things like that, you know, then you're probably not going to enjoy your experience. You know, you're not going to meet new people. So I would say be active. Join organizations, join clubs. When you see events like screenings or basketball games, go to them. Like, be active. You really have to be active, I would say. In my first semester, I don't feel that I was as active as I should have been, and that could be another reason why, you know, I had a hard time adjusting. So I would say second thing is be active. Try new things. This is literally the time for you to figure out what you really like and what you don't like. And there's also, I want to say, there's room for error. Like, don't think everything is going to be perfect or everything has to be perfect. There's room for error. So yeah, the next thing I would say is trust the process. And when I say trust the process, I really mean that, y'all, because in the beginning, you may feel like you're doing everything right. You may be applying to all these organizations and you may not be getting into them. But trust the process and trust God, and trust that what you don't receive was not meant for you, and that He has something better for you. You know, you really have to believe that. You really do have to believe that. But definitely trust the process. Do not rush your experience. Really enjoy your experience, because it's only gonna happen one time. Lastly, I'm gonna say live for yourself. When you get on that campus, do everything for yourself. Do what's gonna make you happy. Take the classes that are gonna make you happy. Major in what's gonna make you happy. Literally live for yourself when you get there. And that's probably the last thing I have to say, you guys. But this is basically the end of the video. These were the 3 drinks that I had, and the matcha lemonade was my favorite. I'll put all of the drink names in the bottom if you guys want to go try them. I think y'all should, and I also think y'all should follow that page so y'all can find some more drinks. But this is basically the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you all have any more questions about college, put it down in the comments, or let me know if y'all want a part 2. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos.